So this really showcases the fact that, over this 12-kilometer strike length, there are a number of targets, as you can see here, that are pre-resource that have hits that just need more drilling to be categorized.
Hey everybody, my name is Dustin Zinger, Investor Relations for ValOre Metals. Joining me today is Colin Smith, Head of New Project Review, and we have something exciting to share with everyone today. We're going to give an update on Angilak, our uranium asset in Nunavut. So to give a quick overview, we have a 43.3 million pounds resource grading at 0.69 U3O8. Our property is just under 50,000 hectares, and we have spent $55 million in exploration and discovery since our acquisition of the property.
I'm excited about this one today, folks. Hi again. What you're seeing in this image here is more or less the full land position at Angilak. From east to west, we're looking at about 45 kilometers in width, and from north to south, about 20 in height. And in the red linear features here, that is a denotation of the LAC 50 resource area. And what you're seeing in red stars, those are pre-resource uranium targets. The tanned region here illustrates the extent of the Angilak Basin. And much like the Athabasca, this is a unconformity hosted uranium district. And thus, where we're seeing most of the uranium show up is, of course, basin marginal to the Angilak. Now, what we believe strongly, based on the geophysical and geochemical analogs that we're seeing in some of these pre-resource targets, is that there's a strong potential for a mirror system to be situated on the west side of the project. Now, this slide just gets a little more granular into the actual resource statement of LAC 50. It's summarized in the table here. And as you can see, it's a very well-constrained inferred resource with over 330 drill holes, over 60,000 meters of drilling. And between the years of 2011 to 2013, we expanded the resource by 200%.
Yeah, 200% in those 2 years is quite substantial. Colin, could you give us a little bit more color around those images to the right-hand side there?
Yeah, absolutely, Dustin. Those are 3D oblique long section of the resource zones at LAC 50. Take home point, we're talking about a very high grade system here. You might be asking yourself, well, how did they increase the resource by 200% in those 2 years? Well, we'll take you through a few slides on the proven and effective targeting methodology that helped accomplish that. First and foremost is geophysics. It's a large land package. Geophysics is a great way to focus in on prospective areas. And in particular, ground VLF-EM has proven very, very effective at doing that. It identifies these linear high feature anomalies, conductors essentially, which are typical of these uraniferous structures. And subsequent to that, geochemistry is the next step. We run orthogonal uranium in soil lines across the conductors, as well as enzyme leach sampling. And this helps define what parts of these structures is the most uranium rich. And subsequent to that, it's time to plant some drill holes. The structural orientation of these features is very well constrained, and thus it's a function of stepping down dip of the best uranium in soil responses that are coincident with the VLF-EM conductors and drilling. And this is what to help develop the current 43101 resource of 43 million pounds at 0.69%. And the story doesn't end there. What I want to focus on here is the little red solids that you're seeing in this 3D oblique view here. And those showcase the resource expansion potential that remains at LAC 50. These are pre-resource targets that have been drilled. We have had really strong uranium intercepts at these targets. However, they lack the drill density to be incorporated into the current resource. So this really showcases the fact that, over this 12-kilometer strike length, there are a number of targets, as you can see here, that are pre-resource that have hits that just need more drilling to be categorized. Now, lastly, we have done significant metallurgical test work and beneficiation at Angilak. Results to date indicate a low-cost, very strong metallurgically performing system with excellent beneficiation. And as you can see, a final yellow cake product of about 70%. Back to you, Dustin.
So this slide is really talking about our comparables in the market. As you can see, ValOre is trading at about an 80% discount to the average of companies with advanced uranium projects in Canada. So again, to summarize, we have a dominant land package, a high-grade resource, and our market cap is similar to those early stage explorers, which is why we're starting to talk about this property more. Now, feel free to email us or call us with the information below. We also have a link to this presentation in the video description.